Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the different programs that are partnered with Crypto Raiders, as well as different side projects of Crypto Raiders, and just try to cover everything in one video and try and get caught up. First up, we have the Loot for Adventures partnership, which is meant to be, the idea of it is that holders of loot will be able to stake their loot NFTs in dungeons alongside with Raider token staked and earn passive Aurum from that dungeon. I don't know where this stands. I think it's kind of on the back burner right now, waiting for after the Unity port, and I think the team is just focused on getting the game actually developed and in a playable state, in a where they want it to be, getting stats updated, getting it to the point where it's basically a full game and not in alpha, and then go back and actually integrate loot. Loot holders were also supposed to get about 30% of the mobs dropped to them. I don't know if any of them have been dropped to them. I think they're all still sitting in the dev wallet. So that's kind of also on hold. I don't know what's going on with that. But if you are interested, they are the floor is way down to 2.75 ETH. I believe they were like 8, 9, 10 ETH at one point, especially right when the announcement got made that they were partnering with this and going to be integrating loot. They, I think it was at about 8 ETH at that time, so it's significantly down in price. You can pick these up fairly cheaply right now. Personally, I'm going to wait and see what the integration actually looks like and what actually ends up happening with that before I would ape into loot at all, especially given how fast and how far it's dropped. Next up, we have Galaxy Fight Club, which is the most recent partnership. These are the keys that just dropped. We got whitelisted for the initial mint of the keys, and you could have ended up with 3 tiers were revealed a couple of days ago. I bought 3 of them, and then I bought 4 more tier 1 keys. I sold them all just last night, trying to buy into that huge Raider token dip, and unfortunately I missed it and did not get to buy in at that cheap price because somebody bought up right around the same time as my keys sold. I do think these are worth buying into right now at their current prices. Basically, what Galaxy Fight Club is a 3v3 arena type game. You can see alpha gameplay on their Discord, and it actually looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And the way the Crypto Raiders partnership works is you'll be able to use Crypto Raiders characters with their Genesis weapons, which you get from these keys. They should be revealed sometime either late this weekend or early next week. You'll be able to use these keys on loot boxes to get Genesis weapons, and a whole bunch of other side benefits that you can get from them, which you can find in their Discord. The big one being the Genesis keys have a 25% chance of dropping a battle pass, which is a permanent benefit for their game. You get IDO prices, basically venture capital type prices on their IDO of their token, and a bunch of other benefits. So I think these are super worth it at their current price. I just happened to sell out of them because of the dip in Raider price and wanted to buy in more of that. I may end up buying some of these back once as we get closer to the loot box reveal, or I may just wait and buy Genesis weapons. I haven't decided yet. But it's a really cool project. It looks like it's going to be a cool game, and being able to use your Crypto Raiders in their arena sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. And it's just another method, another integrated game that will let you get more use out of your Crypto Raiders. So it's a cool project, in my opinion. Next up, we have the music auction going on right now. It has, if we click on one of these, 2.5 hours left at the time of recording this on the auction. They're going pretty cheap on the low end at less than 0.2, and at the high end 0.3. This is my personal favorite one and the one I wanted to bid on. Currently at 0.3. I think it'll go a little bit higher than this before the end of the auction. But do keep in mind, if you're going to bid on these tracks, that they are unfortunately on the ETH network, not on the Polygon network like everything else in the game. So make sure you have to bridge your funds over. The last time, I know that the team has been pushing this Umbra bridge. I don't really know what that is or how it works or anything about it, so I can't give any advice on that. Personally, I just use the main Polygon bridge. Last time it took about 4.5 to 5 hours and about $500 in fees to move money one way. So expect about $1,000 in fees in about 8 hours if you're moving money there and then back. If you're using that bridge, I would check out this Umbra bridge if you're going to try to bid on this, because you don't have anywhere near enough time left on the auction if you don't already have money on ETH to bid on this if you're using the main bridge. But like I said, I don't know anything about it. I won't be using that bridge personally just because I don't know anything about it. But it's worth looking into if you want to bid on these. Yeah, other than that, they're just music tracks created by the community or by members of the community and artists that came in to create when they heard about the project. And the way it works is the owner of these NFTs will receive passive Aurum every time the track is played in game, as well as the creator will get passive Aurum every step of the way as well. They also got a one-time payout for the top 5 tracks. I forget what the exact amount was. I think it was like $2,500 or something like that. And they will also get 75% of the auction value. So right now on the highest one, they'd get 75% of $1,300. Of course, this is an extending auction, so every time a bid is placed with less than 10 minutes remaining, there will be another 10 minutes put on. This is the other reason I'm not going to be bidding on it, because I start work at 4 o'clock, which is right when the auction is supposed to end. So this could probably go on for 5 or 6 more hours of people incrementally adding up their bids. And I'm not going to miss a full day of work for an auction that you might not win. So unfortunately, this is great for anybody that is getting off work in the early afternoon or late afternoon and want to bid. This will be the perfect time for you, because the auction will almost certainly still be going on all of these at 5 or 6 o'clock, a couple of hours after the normal end of the auction, as it slowly gets extended out. I do think these are a great value. Personally, I wanted to bid on this one, and I was willing to go up to 1.5 ETH. So I think they could realistically go that high. But right now they are still pretty low, so if you were interested, make sure to bid on one. I think they're a great value, and I definitely think they're worth at least an ETH. So good luck to everybody who intends to bid. I will personally be skipping on the music auction unless they end up porting them later on. If they end up porting them to Polygon, then I will buy from somebody who bought here, and whoever wins the auction will get a nice flip off of that. Moving on to the next project is, of course, mobs, the big one. These were airdropped to Raider stakers as well as holders of crypto Raiders. And they have a floor of 0.04 for fodders. I don't personally own any mobs. I want to own mobs, however. Currently, I'm just sitting on 2 ETH that was originally going to be for either the music auction or buying that Raider dip. But I've got some bids placed on mythic mobs. They won't get accepted because 2 ETH is way below what they're worth. But I figured as long as I've got the ETH just sitting here, I might as well have them bid on something. I might buy up a legendary. There are a couple for below 2 ETH. I could definitely consider buying one of these. Mobs are really cool in my opinion. I like them. They'll basically be the enemies in dungeons, and you will get rewarded with a portion of Aurum when you defeat an enemy, as well as part of their gear inventory, or part of the gear they were wearing anyway. So that will be a huge bonus for anybody who's holding mobs. I think they are a great value. I think fodders are super undervalued at 0.04. I think they're worth significantly more than that, especially since there aren't going to be any more of them. And once the game takes off, I think these will be going for probably 10x the current price or more in the long term. And I think mythics are basically invaluable because there aren't very many of them, and it's very hard to get your hands on one. Even at 4 ETH, I think they're fairly undervalued. It's just very hard once you get past about 2.5 ETH on anything. It's very hard to find a buyer, unless it's a super high profile project. But that's about all I have to say on mobs. We're kind of waiting to see how they get integrated. It's a very cool project. You can see the ones that have been released. They look great. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they are implemented. I wish I had some. I would love to buy some, but I'm kind of just in a holding pattern right now, waiting to see what happens, and waiting to see how they get integrated. Last but not least, the last thing we're going to talk about is the new CryptoRaider streamers announcement that got made. And this is for streamers on Twitch. And this is a really cool side benefit for anybody who wants to stream. So make sure, if you have any talent with streaming, that you go ahead and start streaming, because you can get free Aurum for depending on how many viewers you get, to help pay for your resets on characters so you can stream more. It's a really cool thing. This is a great read. It's in the announcements on the Discord. I would definitely read through it. But that will be it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon to stay up to date when something new is released on this channel. And thanks for watching.